What's up, guys? I'm bringing you guys a new video with my first installment of 2-minute interviews. I am your host, Mikey Phantom, and today my first guest is makeup artist, social media influencer, content creator, brand ambassador, and entrepreneur, Caitlin McGill. Thank you so much for being my first guest on my new little thing that I'm trying to do, you know what I'm saying, my new show, so I really appreciate you taking the time.
I love it. I appreciate you for inviting me. I enjoy, settings like this.
Absolutely. So let's get into it. So first off, for those who don't know, where are you from and where were you raised?
So I'm originally from Lexington, Tennessee, born and raised there. It's about an hour and a half from here on your way to Nashville. Very small town, very country town, and not much opportunity. So I moved to Memphis in 2014 to go to University of Memphis, and I've been here ever since.
So what was like, did you kind of know about Memphis already before you moved here, or was it kind of like fresh?
Not really. We didn't travel a lot growing up, but I did play travel soccer, club soccer, and so we had a lot of tournaments in Memphis. So, yeah, okay. I knew a little bit about it, but not so much about the city or the school, University of Memphis, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. So, being from such a small town, like, what was it that got you into fashion? Like, where does your sense of style come from? Like, where did you grab that from?
I'm not quite sure, but I do know growing up, my mom would lay out outfits for me for preschool, but I would wake up in the middle of the night and change my outfit. So maybe that's where it started. And then once I got into school, I started seeing people's outfits. And I don't know, I just really got into it. And I just had a passion for fashion, putting fits together.
That's pretty dope that it like naturally kind of like snowballed into something. I think that's kind of where it started for me, like my mom too. Like my mom was the one who taught me like certain fashion rules, like don't wear white pants after such and such and blah blah blah. Like it's kind of cool to see like kids start to care about like how you look, how you present yourself and stuff like that. So other than that, where do you think your like sense of style comes from? Because you do have like a really large range of things you get into. Like you can mix it up. So like where does that come from?
So, yeah, I will agree with you. My style is very versatile. I can go streetwear or I can go street style, more so formal, classy. Growing up, I played ball all the time. We were always playing ball. When I got out of soccer season, I went into basketball season and got out of basketball season and started all over again. So streetwear more so came from that, because I always was wearing T-shirt and jogging pants during the week because I had practice during school. Yep. And then Fridays was kind of like, okay, dressy Fridays. We would dress up more so on Fridays. But, yeah, I would say that's where the versatility comes in because, I did have to wear the streetwear because I was, a sports girl. Yep. But also I like the formal side of things. I like to look like a girly girl and look classy, for sure.
And coming from like, I guess from an environment where you don't have like a large inventory of things to choose from, do you think like that creates like a space for you to learn how to like mix it up and learn how to be creative with like, I'm wearing the same thing, but it don't look like I'm wearing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an art.
For sure, yeah. It's definitely an art. It definitely shows the creativeness in an individual. Just because if you ain't got a lot of money to be spending on clothes, you better figure out how to, change up a little bit. You better get creative if you ain't. For sure. And so I love thrifting, and I feel like if you go to the thrift store or anywhere and find that one good piece. Yeah. And I like to keep my closets more so neutral colored, neutral colors, because I can switch it up and mix and match outfits very easily. Yep. And so that's like a tip I'll kind of give. For sure.
So with that, today's, I would say today's fashion or the societal norms is like very body positive for women.
That's true.
So how do you balance, I want to be sexy, I want to show some skin, but keeping it classy? Because you do both.
That's true. I mean, I think it's about whatever you feel comfortable with, because there are women who would go a little bit more risque than I would. Yeah. But so long as I put it on and I feel like I ain't naked and I ain't showing too much and I feel good about it, I'm cool with it. We gonna roll with it for sure. Now, my mom may not roll with it, but that's all right. It's sweet.
Now, have you always been that confident in being able to like, okay, I'm confident in how my body looks, I'm confident in my own skin?
No, not at all. I think we all go through those phases where we're insecure about ourselves. I know last year I was at my skinniest, besides before college, but last year was pretty rough as far as like weight gain. And well, not last year, year before last, because last year is when I gained all my weight.
Okay.
But now I'm in a space where I feel so totally confident, and because I started working out, making sure, you know, I was on a meal plan, making sure I was eating my calories. So yeah, but I think we all go through those phases.
Yeah.
You know, we just, at the end of the day, either make a change or get comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, for sure. How do you feel, rather? Let's say you're in a relationship.
Okay.
And your man comes to you and say, hey, babe, like,
Oh Lord.
this outfit is a little bit much for me. Now, he's not
okay.
he's not controlling. He's not a controlling.
That's happened to me
He's just a little concerned. Like, hey, like, what you got on is a little much for me right now.
I'm gonna ask, why are you so concerned? Because
Yeah.
obviously, like, you my man, so I need to consider your opinion. I'm just gonna ask, why are you concerned? And then if I still feel confident in what I'm wearing, if I feel good, I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
However, based off of his answer, what his concern is, I will do everything in my power to make sure he's good.
Yeah.
Like, he feels better about the situation. I mean, obviously, if I got what I got on is too risque, then it's like, okay, Caitlin, if you was already second guessing it and your man come up and, you know, second guessing it, you may need to take this off. But if I felt confident from the jump and he's second guessing it, I'm gonna ask what his concern is.
If you sound like a hater, it ain't flying.
Yeah, I mean, in any concern that's brought, anybody may think it's a hate comment.
You can take it that way for sure.
You can take it that way for sure, but, you know, he my man, so if he has a concern, I need to listen to that concern.
Yeah.
And if I still feel confident about it, then I'm gonna console him, make sure he's good, but I'm still gonna wear what I want to wear.
See, for me, I think it's a little
Yeah. Let's ask you. So, if your girl was going out.
Okay, so I actually had a conversation about this with someone, and their perspective was, hey, if I'm a girl and this was my vibe before you got here, and this is what attracted you to me, how can you change that? And yes, that is true, but the way you move and your vibe when you're single compared to when you're in a relationship is a little different. And so my thing was, with a man, his behavior has to change when he's in a relationship. It might not be what I'm wearing. It might just be like, all right, I can't be so friendly with women. I can't be...
You don't think that's the same with women?
For sure. But what I'm saying is that from my perspective, how you know or how you can kind of reassure your man as a woman is like, all right, maybe if I'm with you, maybe I'll wear something a little bit more risque. But if I'm out with my girls, maybe I won't show as much. You know what I mean? So it could be a subtle change like that. They could be like, okay, like, my girl respect me. Like, she making sure I'm cool with what's going on.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Would it work for me? No. Because I'm the type of person, once my mind is set on a fit, like, I'm set on it.
That's a Taurus talking right there. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's absolutely what that is.
I don't know about all that.
I identify.
I just, whatever event I'm going to, I've already planned in advance what I'm going to wear. It's not like a last minute thing.
Yeah.
And so if I put on my fit and I'm completely ready and you come to me saying you're concerned about, hold on. Now I'm like, not panicking, but kind of, because it's like, okay, this is what I've...
You on my nerves a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, but...
Like, nigga, I gotta go. Like,
I'm okay. I'll say this, like, I'm not the type of person to where I'm gonna wear something that's too risque. I'm just that person. Now, there are women who are like that. I do agree with your point, though, as far as this is how I dress for you to get me. So I don't feel as though you should have a problem, now that you have me.
In the future.
I'm not the person, like I said, I'm not the person who's going to wear a mini skirt where you can see booty cheeks and I got a bra, all that. I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
But if I have like a bra with a leather jacket over it and some pants, and you got a problem because I have just a bra, I don't see a problem with that. Because it's like, I was dressing like this before I got with you and I got a jacket covering myself, so it ain't that big of a deal to me.
For sure.
That's all I'll say about that.
Can you give some insight on, like, how do you build your outfits? Like, what's the first item or what's the first thought that goes through your mind when you're building an outfit?
Great question. So usually I go off of the event that I'm going to. Yep. Like, for instance, after this, I'm going to an event where it's an all nude attire. So I knew I wanted to wear this blazer, this cargo blazer. And so I base everything off of the cargo, that one piece. So I'll find whatever the event is and then find that one piece and base my entire look off that one piece.
Yeah. For me, like, Obviously where you're going is definitely like, probably like the most important thing. But aside from that, like I don't have a particular order that I go in. I think whatever.
Okay, so how'd you come up with this today?
So the shirt was the first thing I grabbed.
So the piece.
Yeah. So I was like, let me build around the shirt. So whatever it is that it like. So if I'm out and I really like this jacket, I'm going to build the outfit around the jacket.
Right.
If I find these pants, I'm going to build the outfit around the pants. So the one thing that I don't agree with is people who say like build from the shoes up. I don't really get that.
I don't. Well, I mean, that may be their one piece. Like sneakerheads, they may be like such a sneakerhead person that like, oh, I want to wear these kicks today.
For sure.
You know, we'll base their whole fit off of that pair of sneakers. So I get that.
While we're talking about sneakers, you have a pretty nice sneaker collection.
I don't agree. I mean, I have a nice sneaker collection. I don't think it's as broad, and I wouldn't define myself as a sneakerhead.
That's cool and fine, but for a person,
before y'all try to come to me looking for sneakers and stuff,
for a person who claims that they don't really care about or buy sneakers like that, I've seen some of the shoes you wear, and it's pretty nice. So, like, where does that come from, or what are you even looking at when you are shopping for sneakers?
That's a good question, and I have heels on today, but I do have sneakers, like you said. Obviously, I'm looking for uniqueness. Like, I need something that's unique that I don't see anybody else with on.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the Pandas is a pair that's, like, classic. It's easy to wear, but everybody got them.
You can't get around it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have a pair of Pandas. There's nothing wrong with Pandas. It's just when I'm going to spend some money, I'm always going to look for shoes that's unique, especially in the colorway.
That you haven't seen too many of.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if I'm in L.A., I'm definitely going to go shopping for sneakers because I know in Memphis, there may be some folks that they have different colorways in different
I was just about to say,
areas.
depending on the city that you're in, like there might be like a state or city exclusive colorway that like if you're from, especially like, the landlocked states and stuff like that, like we just don't get certain stuff. It just don't make it to us.
For sure.
It's just what it is. So you definitely have to take advantage of going other places and bringing stuff back.
That part.
For sure.
For sure.
So how do you balance things that can be considered like a timeless look and things that might be trendy that you want to hold on to for a little while longer? Like, I'm kind of feeling the flare pants wave. Like, I like the way that it looks on shoes, and I know people are kind of like about to start getting away from that, but I might keep doing that for a little while after everybody else done with it.
I mean, I feel like everything comes in and out because, the flare jeans were in when we were in middle school. Then it became skinny jeans. Skinny jeans were in for a minute, and then flare jeans came back around.
Do you know, I can remember when like Sauconys and Asics and stuff like that were like $40, $50 shoes. And then like...
Wait, how much are they now?
Like hundreds.
Are you for real?
Like,
I did not know that. Because when I was in college, they were only like $60, $70.
I bought a pair of Asics probably like 4 months ago, and they were probably like $150. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of
demand, popularity? Like,
okay, so you think it's that?
Shoes.
You don't think it's because of inflation?
No, hell no.
Really?
No.
So they are really a thing.
How much are Vans? Have Vans gone up?
$60?
I mean, okay, they went up a hair, but
60 to 80 depends on the colorway.
Yeah, but it's definitely because of the hype. It's not because of that. Yeah.
Fair enough. But no, how I balance? I don't know how I balance, but how I balance is, like I said, I keep it neutral. Even if it's like a trendy piece, I just feel like if you always keep it neutral, and like I said before, things always come in and out of style. And so, for instance, a blazer will always be a classic piece for me. I feel like it'll never go out of style. You can always dress it up, dress it down. So blazer's one of those pieces. But how I found balance, I think, is just in keeping it neutral.
And I'm never giving up Tim's. Like
Tim's, yep, for sure.
Like, I saw some dudes that are from New York that were kind of like getting on dudes for wearing Tim's all the time. I'm buying a new pair of Tim's every winter. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, maybe every other winter.
That's still a lot. You don't take care of your Tim's like that?
Not really. I don't care. I don't take care of shoes in general.
I hope as much money you spend.
I don't keep boxes. I wear my shoes. I don't keep stuff on ice. I don't do none of that sneakerhead shit. And I would consider myself a sneakerhead. I don't preserve my shoes. So. I wear them, and when I'm done with them, I'm done with them. I don't care how much I spend on them.
I wear my shoes, but I'm going to take care of them, too.
Yeah.
For sure. And I still keep the boxes for some of them. Depends on which shoe.
I think that's too much. For me, I move around. You know my lifestyle. Like, I'm moving around. Like,
that's true.
I can't do all that. Do you believe that some of your style choices come from any particular, like, cultures, and I don't mean only ethnically. I mean, like, so for me, when I first started getting into fashion, like the skateboard culture was like a big thing, like Ryan Sheckler, DGK, like that was like the wave. And then like, you know, video games, Jet Set Radio, Rocket Power, all that type of stuff was like influencing my style. So
it depends on my mood, and it also depends on the trends, the current trends. So I don't know, in the event, like right now I'm really feeling the 90s vibe, like baggy everything. Obviously my fit today is not baggy everything, but I really like that Aaliyah look, 90s baggy everything. However, I really love the Elizabethan, you know, era too, like the corsets where it cinches the waist, like it's beautiful. So I don't know, it just depends, like I said, on my mood, where I'm going, and the current trends.
For sure. On Instagram, it might not have been a few months ago, so I don't want to put a time on it, but you made a post talking about leaving your 9-to-5 and taking on a journey of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
First of all, what led to that decision, and how difficult or easy of a transition has it been?
Now we get personal.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. I hate getting personal, but whatever.
You can keep it light. You don't got to give us too much.
I just felt as a creative, I felt I was trapped.
Yep.
And I wanted to do more things, and I had leadership coming to me, wanting me, and they knew that I could do these things. However, there was red tape around what I could do. And I can't make miracles happen with red tape. So I was like, you know what? I am at a financial stable place. I've saved, I've invested. I think now is the time where I can step out and go in and do my own thing. So I stepped out, or I quit my job in February of 2023, so last year. So it's been a year, and I was terrified. But like I said, I was financially stable. I just come from a family where I didn't make a lot of money, and I was the breadwinner. I paid for a lot of whatever my family needed. They came to me. Now
that's a conversation we can have for another day, but because damn.
Yeah. So I was just nervous because I'm like, okay, well, if I quit this job, that's like my safety net. So how can I provide for my family? But luckily my family they had all reached a good spot in their life, so I could step out. So once I stepped out, like I said, it was very scary, but I really grinded, and I only focused on strategy at that point. So I launched my own social media consulting business, and I was only focusing on strategy at the time.
Plug your business. What is it called?
I don't officially have a name, but you can go to my blog business is crmstyles.com. You can go to my website, hit me up, email me if you want any consulting as far as social media.
For sure.
But so I launched the social media business. It was going to be M&M marketing, but I was like, I don't know. This year's going to be a trial run if I really want to do this.
For sure.
So I didn't want to go the whole route of like buying an LLC and everything. Like I bought an LLC, but it was for my blog business because I only had one for my makeup, and I wanted to make sure that was separate.
Okay.
But I went ahead and did social media strategy, and I had brands coming to me and was like, I want you to do ops. So if you don't know the different strategies where you just basically tell people what to do, ops is where you actually go out into the field, capture the content, edit it, post it, and you do strategy on top of the ops. I didn't want to do ops because I was like, if I do ops, I'm going to be burnt out for my own brand.
For sure.
As as a blogger. Money was okay, but it was just like, it was iffy. And I was like, okay, well, what if I pick up these ops? Just go ahead and pick up some of these ops jobs. And I did. So I reached a point where I was back making what I made before I quit my corporate job. And I was like, okay, we good. But by the end of the year last year, I was like, what have I got myself into? This is not what I wanted to do from the jump. I've completely, forgotten about my own brand, posting content for my own brand. So top of the new year, I was like, you know what, let's not do this. Let's cut this out. So I cut everybody out, and I only have one client now, Carmion Hamilton. I love Carmion.
Shout out to Carmion.
Shout out to Carmion. She is a friend of mine outside of work. And I love working with her because she's a blogger like myself. And so it's not so much of a linear path. I'm using her words because I love that. But it's not so much of a linear path where I can only create content around this one thing.
Yeah.
She's a blogger, so she may get a brand deal with HGTV, or next week it may be a food company. So it just changes it up, switches it up. And blogging has picked up tremendously too. So yeah, it's been cool.
So did you start off doing makeup? Or was that one of the first things you kind of did?
Good question. So in 2015, everything kick-started for me. I started my blog in the summer of 2015, and the summer that I launched my blog, I had a girl who followed me on social come to me and was like, hey, can you do my makeup for the Drake concert, me and my friend? I had never done makeup on anybody before, but they liked the way that I did mine. And I was like, I don't do makeup. They were like, oh, we'll pay you. Money talks to a broke college student, because I was a freshman going into sophomore year at that time.
Yep.
And yeah, I charged them $25 a face and did them. And I was like, you know what? Making $25 an hour versus $10, because I was working at Bed Bath & Beyond at the time. I was like, I can do this for sure. Honestly, I didn't want to do it at all in the beginning, but money talks, so that's why I did it.
Bed Bath & Beyond was paying $10 an hour. Mm-hmm. Shame on y'all, Bed Bath & Beyond. That's why y'all out of business now.
Well, back then, literally everybody was only paying like $9.50, $9.25 for.
That's tough.
But now, I feel like after COVID or the year right before COVID, that's when everybody increased their pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as a makeup artist, like, what kind of connections have you been able to make through just people that you meet doing stuff like that? And how important has that been to, like, your network since you started doing that? Honestly,
I'll be real with you. Makeup has not gotten me
anything.
I mean, obviously the money keeps coming, like,
for sure.
Brides so my main business is the wedding industry. I do wedding makeup almost every weekend. Mm-hmm. And no, it hasn't brought me that much opportunity. Blogging has brought me. When I was in college, 2015, like I said, that's when everything kickstarted. I started my blog. I started doing makeup. And right after I started doing makeup, I applied to be an intern at Memphis Fashion Week.
Okay.
Being an intern at Memphis Fashion Week is what brought me all of my connections. And from there, it just was like a rolling ball. Like, it just all hit. But makeup has not really brought me any big opportunities besides wedding makeup, the money. But as far as, like, networking and, it's all been blogging, my internships in college for sure.
I'm kind of surprised by that, because I know, like, a lot of hairstylists kind of meet interesting people or well-connected people through that way. So I would just think that, like, makeup is kind of, like, right in that same realm of, like, meeting people who might own this thing, or, you know what I mean?
That's true. I think it depends on the industry.
Yeah.
Like, when you're doing weddings, like...
And they're not there for that.
I was just about to say that. They're not there for that. They're more so there. This is my wedding day. It's very personal. Yeah, just get my stuff done. I'm already nervous for my day, you know. Yeah. It's more so about that versus, like...
For sure.
Somebody doing it for work. Like, I don't really do makeup for people's jobs or work. Like, it's more so their wedding day.
So I noticed that you do brand collabs.
Yep.
Will you only collab with a brand that you personally like, or will you do a collab because you think some of your followers may like the product or company or whatever?
I will never participate in a brand collaboration just because I feel like my followers will like it, only because my followers will like it. I mean, obviously, if my followers like it, that's a plus, but I have to make sure I like it, and I have to make sure it aligns with my brand, because if I start putting random content out that doesn't align with my niches, my brand, my followers are going to be like, what is this, you know? So some people may not, because that may be something that they're interested in, but I have to make sure it aligns with mine first.
For sure.
And then if I like it, cool, we can promote it. I want to put my followers on game.
So how do you feel about the current state of designers and, like, with how influencing social media is? Like, how do you feel about designers and the Instagram game when it comes to fashion and all that?
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I go to get my fashion inspiration, are influencers, because obviously I'm an influencer. Mm-hmm. And let's be real, the influencers are the real celebrities nowadays versus actual celebrities. I mean, celebrities are also going to push the needle, but most of the time a lot of people follow influencers on social media for a reason, and so they're looking for those influencers to be at these events, and so influencers have definitely changed the fashion culture for sure.
But here's a scenario. So let's say in the future, 3 to 5 years from now, you've snowballed, you got a big following, so a brand or a business comes to you and they want to do a collab and they want to give you your own fashion show. What is your theme for your show?
So we've talked about this before, and I'm glad we did, because I wouldn't have an answer if I didn't think about it. Mine would be religion. And the reason why is because it would be a lot of symbolism behind it, but also a lot of not only versatility, but inclusivity, like inclusiveness. Like, I want everybody to be included. It wouldn't just be... Obviously, it's about fashion, so I need the fashion to relate to all cultures and know that we are all one people. Like, we're just people.
So do you think like with the religion brands and stuff like that, do you think that like religion based brands, do you think that deters people somewhat? Like people who might mess with the design, like if I'm a fashion guy, the design might be dope, but because it has this phrase or something like that on it, it makes it so specific, or it makes it so niche that like it kind of turns me off from wearing it. Not me, but
I've seen shirts like they'll have this the Last Supper on it, but on the back it'll have a quote that is like something about your mama. I'm like, first of all, what are we talking about here? So it sways me from it because I'm like, hold on, I'm a Christian obviously, but don't play with Jesus. Like, I don't know what y'all got going. Like, what is this? I don't know.
Don't play with my Lord.
Yes. So I was like, I don't know about all this. But no, it'll definitely sway people. But at the end of the day, in every brand and in every, I mean, obviously, with any piece of fashion, some people are going to like it, some people aren't.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
For sure. Okay, so this next segment that I got for you is called the 2-minute drill.
Okay.
So these are just quick hitter questions, answering them how you want to in short form.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So what was the first piece of fashion you remember caring about or wanting?
A white suit.
A white suit?
Yeah. I wanted my mom to buy me a white suit, for sure.
Favorite place to shop on a budget?
Thrift store.
Anyone specifically?
City Thrift, Blue City Thrift, Salvation Army in Bartlett, Goodwill in Bartlett. No, Goodwill in Millington.
I wouldn't have told y'all that because a good thrift store is kind of hard to come by. So I would have gatekept it, but I appreciate you.
Because you may go in looking for something different than what I am.
For sure. What's your favorite thing that you own right now to wear?
I love this cargo blazer. I just got this.
Yeah.
I'm in love with this. I also have a black tulle skirt and these black boots by Steve Madden. They're super cute. But yeah.
An outfit you regret wearing?
Any outfit before 2021. 2022, really. Like, some of them were cute, but
18 years of outfits, just throw those all away.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Favorite non-designer brand?
Manier Devoir, I think is how you pronounce it, but they're a French-based brand. They all neutrals, and they sell a lot of faux leather pieces. It's fire, and it's men and women. If you want to check them out. Okay,
we'll put that on the screen. Make sure the people at home get to see that. Favorite fashion item that you currently own?
Wait,
other than this, favorite thing to wear and favorite
that I own?
Yeah,
I mean that's the same thing.
That's the same thing. Let's get down. What change do you want to see in the fashion world?
Less criticism. Let people be them. Whatever they decide to wear, let them wear it. They obviously decided to wear it because they felt confident in it. Yep. So
shout out to Andre 3000.
Why you say that?
Because he's just wearing whatever the fuck he wants to wear.
A lot of people are. Shoot.
He's just wearing overalls and whatever he wants. Best dressed celebrity?
Tiana Taylor. But shout out to Law Roach and Colin Carter. They're two stylists in the game right now. They dress Victoria Monet. Zendaya. Law dresses Zendaya. Colin dresses Victoria Monet, Kelly Rowland, and Cardi B.
Okay.
Does wonderful jobs. I love them.
Favorite designer brand?
So I come across a brand last week. I want to say it was Milan Fashion Week. A brand called Annie Ibiza. It's a woman. She's a woman-based designer, but she had a very Victorian, I think it was more so Elizabethan age, but yeah, and it was kind of like, gave me Alice in Wonderland vibes, but like more of a subtle. It was everything. I loved it. And Dolce & Gabbana, I just saw their runway show last night. Naomi Campbell was in it. I really like their runway collection as well, but it switches up every now and then. Like, I'm not a designer girl. I like what I like. If I see it and I like it, cool. Yeah. But yeah, it switches up for me.
For sure. Favorite season to get dressed in?
Fall, winter. Winter, I love a good long lawn peacoat for sure.
Favorite sneaker or heel of all time?
Sneaker? Oh gosh, all time. I don't know, but my favorite that I own are my Dusty Olives Dunk Lows. I really like the Ugly Ducklings that are about to come out, which are kind of like they're kind of like brother sister. Those two pairs of shoes. I really like those right now, and I have my eye on those. As far as heel, I don't know.
Any
Yeah.
heel that don't hurt too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm more of a like, I study sneakers more so than heels. Like heels are just like, okay, let me just get
The girl said she wasn't a sneakerhead.
Yeah, I'm not a sneakerhead because I'm not just gonna go out and I'm not looking, oh, this shoe. Well, yeah, no, I'm not that. But if I'm really like studying a shoe, it's gonna be more so a sneaker versus a heel, because I can go out and get a heel for like $40 and it's gonna get me what I need. But a sneaker, like, you really got to study the colorways, pricing, all that, release dates, all that.
Speaking of that, what's your favorite site to get heels
I shop
from?
on Start. Oh,
Heels.
why don't you say sneakers? Heels is just one of those things. It's whatever I see. Yeah, wherever.
Pretty Little Things, semi shoes.
Any of them.
Yeah,
now in Memphis,
Yeah.
there's a place called Shoe Time on Winchester and Kirby. Hit them up. If you need a last minute shoe and you ain't got time to order nothing, that's where you need to go.
Shout out Shoe Time.
Shoe Time. Now sneakers, StockX all day. I like how I can.
Ooh, that's controversial.
It is, but I like it, which I don't really get on Go or whatever else the other ones are. But I like StockX because I can keep up with how much my shoes are worth, what the market's looking like. All that.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to see a man be in?
You better walk up smelling good first. Like if you walk up to me and I don't smell, or if you smell bad, like you could be the finest man in the world and it's a no for me. Like
smelling bad in public is crazy.
It's crazy, like crazy.
Does that happen?
It has happened to me on a date before. And it was over. He didn't know at the time. I was just trying to be a strong soldier and keep flowing with the conversation.
You show up to a date musty?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was dead before it even started, but he didn't know that, like I said, and that was the first and last. So yeah.
Shout out to you wherever you are.
Yeah.
You fumbled because you couldn't smell good. Really, wash your ass, bro. Wash your ass. It's pretty simple. Wash your ass.
For sure. Okay, so yeah, you gotta smell good. And then second, I would say I love a good suit, but if we're going streetwear, I need a chain. I need to see a chain. It's something about a streetwear outfit, and I don't see a chain. It's like it's
so
missing.
As long as he looks good, or like as long as he looks good in whatever
Smells
it is,
good
like he chooses to,
then look good. Yeah.
And then you just gotta smell good and wear a chain. You're a pretty simple woman. That's pretty cool. That's not. Hey,
No.
shout out to the women not putting pressure on men.
No. Because if you come up and your fit ain't on point, it's enough for me. But you asked for the one thing.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I'm giving.
But it's good that you're not like tripping. You're not like, oh, you gotta have on this and you gotta have on that. No, just look nice and smell good.
Nice.
And
Now,
have a little necklace on.
But it gotta be, because you see how I'm dressed. So you better come matching my fly. Because if you ain't matching my fly, it's a no for me, dog. Like straight up. But I mean, you ain't gotta spend like tons of money either. Like your chain ain't gotta be real, so long as the fit look good. Now it better not be tarnished looking. Go out and get you a new chain, whether it's fake or real. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because to me, that doesn't define like who you are as a person. Because me, I know I'm great with money. I have a lot of money saved and invested, but I'm not a designer girl. You will never see me go out and spend $600, $1,200 on nothing. That's just me.
Yeah, for sure.
That wasn't a 2-minute question, but that's all right.
That was not a 2-minute question, but hey, y'all still here, obviously, so it's all good.
Period.
So I appreciate you for being my first guest on my show. Conversation was fire. Thank you so much for taking the time for this, and we should probably do this again another time.
We should.
About some more subjects, some different subjects.
Oh gosh.
So thank you guys for watching.
Yes. Until next time.
Peace.